Welcome everyone tonight to our TeamVi Hope call. It happens every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on Transformation Tuesday. It's very easy to remember. Transformation Tuesday, 9 p.m., the Hope Call. The Hope Call was created by the 100-Pound Club, some members that decided to pay it forward with the journey what they have been on and to share what we've learned along the way, and also to go over our struggles and to learn from each other's mistakes, and but most importantly to celebrate our victories and to on our journey for our health. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have an amazing lineup filled with some stories you will hear tonight. And real quick, before we get started tonight, I just want to give everyone a chance to go ahead and send out last-minute texts, post in your Facebook or your support groups, and just tell everyone to just listen to our call tonight and some amazing stories and some about the challenge and also about hope. So tonight we'll be starting here in about 20 more seconds. And for those of you just logging in, my name is Kelvin Santana, and we'll be muting the lines here pretty soon. I just want to make sure we have all our callers, our presenters on. Is Ernest Ross on the line? Is John Robinson on the line? All right. We're about to go ahead and get started here. Okay. Pat, are you there?
I am here, Father.
All right, great. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. Dave, can you mute the line? Guys, welcome to our amazing Hope Call tonight. I just muted the lines, and I just wanted to start off tonight's call with so much gratitude. It's been now about 9 months since we started doing these Hope Calls. We started in January, and we haven't missed a Tuesday night since. And it's been such a blessing and an honor to be part of this team. I don't host every month or every week, so it's just an honor to be able to be here tonight and be with some amazing people tonight. So as the callers are calling in, I want to go ahead and get started with my story real quick. I started on the challenge after an incident in my own home where I had a realization that I had gone too far with my weight gain. I've been married over about 10 years, and at the time, actually about 9 years. And my oldest daughter, she was almost 2 years old. She had an incident where she fell off the sofa, and I couldn't get up from the sofa to get to her. I ended up having to lay on my side, roll onto the floor from the sofa to try to get to her and crawl to her. My wife, who was sleeping, and she was 8.5 months pregnant with my youngest, she actually woke up, crawled out of bed, got to her before I could get to her. And in that moment, I realized that if I kept going like this, I don't know where my future would lie for my daughter, or for my daughters, plural, and my wife. I'm like, they don't deserve someone like me in this state. I was in pain all the time. I could barely move. I was still very active in my church community and my work and in my very active social life, but I just was in pain all the time and not healthy. So someone from my church approached me and told me about the challenge, and 90 days later, I had lost over 50 pounds. I couldn't believe it. Actually, I lost my first 10 pounds in about 3 weeks, and I said I could do this, and I just kept going. And after I lost my first 50 pounds on my challenge, I felt amazing, and I said, what if I just kept make this into a lifestyle? And that's exactly what I've done. Over a course of several months after that, I think it was a total of 10 months, I was crossing the line of Tough Mudder, a 13-mile obstacle course, and I had lost over 100 pounds the next day. I felt so excited. I remember sharing everything I wanted to everybody to know, how my life had been changed, and I couldn't keep it to myself. And I took advantage of social media to create some amazing relationships that I have to this day that keep me motivated and keep me going even through my ups and downs. And that's what tonight's call tonight is about, about going through our ups and downs and our struggles, and also being able to share our stories while in the middle of it and to inspire others. I want to share before I bring on tonight's special guest or surprise guest. It's after I lost the 100 pounds, someone challenged me to keep on losing weight and to compete into a national weight loss championship. So at first I didn't want to, but I went to Atlanta, was on stage with the 100-pound club, and I met this young lady that I'm going to be presenting here in a minute. And that day I told her, I don't know why I told her, but I just said, hey, I think we should go for champions. I think we can be finalists. And she just smiled. She was really shy that day I met her. But she said that she kept it in her head. So about a few months later, we're both standing on stage in Louisville, Kentucky, and for the finals. And I ended up having the opportunity to win. And unfortunately for my next guest here, Kimberly, she wasn't chosen that day. And I remember the feelings I had in my throat, because not only did Kimberly went through this, but I also had some other friends as well that didn't win that night. And it was bittersweet, because I knew how long and how hard everybody's worked to get to that point. And there were winners anyways. But I wanted to share this story because it kind of shows a parallel story. Up to that point, we've been working together and rising. And then up to that point, that's when we realized that, we separated, kind of our paths separated. So tonight I want to bring up Kimberly. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Kimberly, thank you so much for being on this call. I just want to publicly welcome you back into TeamVi Hope. I know you've been taking a little break. I just want you to share a little bit about your journey the past year in about 2 or 3 minutes. I know it's a long story, but and your decision to get back on your challenge.
Okay. Well, everybody probably knows my story from the beginning. I was in a really bad marriage for 13 years, verbally abused every day, and in that marriage, I gained a ton of weight. I managed to get up to about 328 pounds. I met Steve Jordan in May of 2013, and he got me signed up for the challenge. And then, so I started my challenge the first week of June. I lost 170 pounds in a year. It was the best experience of my life, but even though I lost all the weight, I never fixed what was inside my head. I never stopped feeling like I was worthless. I never stopped believing that everything that went wrong was my fault, that I didn't deserve to be happy. I never fixed my head. And so when people started coming back at me, like my ex-husband, I took everything to heart, and I just started eating my pain away. And it took me 6 months to put back on that 170 pounds that I had lost. It was really hard to go through that, and I shut my whole Vi family off, which was a huge mistake because they could have helped me, but that's what I do. I back up and I shut off, and I'm just going to tell you that was probably the biggest mistake, because I probably wouldn't have gained it all back if I just would have reached out and asked for help. About 4 months ago, I decided to make a huge change in my life for the better and move to Florida from North Carolina to get away from my ex-husband, which I believe is the huge root of my problem, because even though we are not together and he is married, he still controls my life, or he controlled my life. And I told him that I was leaving, and he made my life a living hell for the next 3 months. So that's where I gained most of my weight back, was in that last 3 months. But in the end, I got away. I am here now, and I am working on started my challenge today. I'm not only working on my weight, but I'm working on myself. I am working on my mind, knowing that I deserve this, that I deserve to be happy, that this weight loss is, I deserve it, and that I'm not going to let anybody push me around anymore. and that I can do this with my family and you guys, my Vi family. I know that I'm going to be able to get through this. So I just want to thank you all for that. And here's to the next 90 days. Kelvin and I actually have decided to, in the next 90 days, to run a 5K together, which I think is a great goal for us. And I'm really excited about that.
Yes, Kimberly, you're going to make me run again. I'm excited, though. I'm excited. Kimberly, thank you so much for sharing that. Dave, can you unmute the lines? Hey guys, I want you guys to give her a big scream and support, a yell of support to Kimberly. Kimberly, we got you on the count of three. On the 1, 2, 3.
You did it. You did it. You did it. You're freaking awesome.
Kimberly.
Kimberly, we love you. All the way from St. Croix. St. Croix loves you, Kimberly.
Okay,
you got this, Kimberly.
Hey, Kimberly, I hope you felt the love. Thank you for being on the call tonight and sharing your inspirational story. We're going to be holding your hand the whole way, okay?
Way to make a girl cry in the middle of a parking lot. Everybody's looking at me.
Kimberly, we're going to have a special guest on right now. It's one of your favorite people. He was actually one of your biggest supporters and fans through your journey. I didn't know if you knew this, but Ernest Ross is on the line. Ernest, are you there?
I'm here. Hey, I'm standing at a challenge party here at my house, right? I'm standing here at a challenge party here at my house, and I want us to just make as much noise as we possibly can. Hold on one second, guys. I want us to make as much noise as we possibly can for Kimberly. We love you, Kim, and we're going to make as much noise as we can. All right. Hey, that was for you, Kim. Because
Thank
you. Absolutely. Because one of the things, guys, that I know is my passion is for helping people. My passion is for fitness, and one of the things about gaining weight and losing weight is if you do it the right way, guys, you'll always be able to do it. If you do it the right way. See, there's a big difference in losing weight by surgery and losing weight by challenge. Because if you lose weight by challenge, guys, all you got to do is get back on challenge. If you lose weight by surgery, you have no idea what you did. That's kind of like doing a math question with a calculator. You don't know how you did it. You just punched in the code and you got the answer. So we're super proud of you, Kim. And you know what? You're just going to inspire and continue to inspire even more people because you know what? We fall down, but we get up.
That's awesome, Ernest.
You know, guys, I'm super excited to be on this call with these amazing rock stars. Super excited. You know, a group of people that have put together a whole platform where they're just going to help people lose over 100 pounds. You know, I mean, from Pat to Kelvin to Kim, I'm super proud of these guys. It's just an amazing cast of victories that we have on this call. But, guys, one of the things about me is I'm a personal trainer. I own a gym here in Atlanta. One of my clients introduced me to the program. And I'll tell you one thing, guys, I was never going to be able to impact as many people just as a trainer, training one-on-one or even in groups as I was with the challenge. Guys, every single person on this phone call, right? Every single person on this phone call has a story. Every single person on this phone call has the ability to go out and inspire millions. Guys, when I logged in, there were over 30 people on this phone call. Guys, what if over 30 people, what if all 30 people inspire 100 people to get in better shape? And those 100 people inspire 30 more people to get in shape. Guys, we have an opportunity to do something major. Lead with your heart, lead with your passion, and just go out and do what you were put here to do, which is inspire and help people. Guys, I can't believe that I made right at $1.7 million inspiring and helping people get in shape. Guys, I want you guys to know that on this phone call right now, your stories are more impressive than mine. And you guys probably want to ask yourself, well, Ernest, how is my story more impressive than yours? Well, first off, your story is more impressive than mine is because, you know what, I didn't have any weight to lose. Guys, if I would have lost 30 pounds, I would walk up to every single person with 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, 30, 40, 50 pounds to lose and just let them know, hey, you know what? This challenge, have you ever heard of challenge? No, you hadn't. This thing's been absolutely amazing. I got on it, lost 30 pounds, changed my life. I just thought I should share it with you. Guys, that is all you got to do. You know, I was asked to get on this call to ask, how do I share my story? Well, if I had 30 pounds to lose, guys, that would be exactly how I would share my story. Guys, see, I will, Ernest Ross, I will walk up to somebody with 100 pounds to lose and ask them that story because I know that if I don't, they could die. You know, and so what if they're offended? I might save their life if they aren't. I might save their life if they accept the challenge. You know, but sometimes people don't walk up to people with 100 pounds or, 200 pounds to lose because they think they're going to hurt somebody's feelings. Well, forget those feelings, guys. Think about saving somebody's life. You know, I said this at a challenge party the other day on, I think it was on a Zoom closeout. I said, superheroes no longer wear capes. They wear I lost it shirts. Come on now. Come on now. Guys, we have an opportunity to do something magnificent. We have an opportunity to do something wonderful, and you can do it for somebody else. Guys, if I had 30 pounds to lose, if I would have lost 30 pounds, 100 pounds, I would walk up to every single person I know, and be like, hey, you know, have you ever heard of challenge? No, what is it? Oh, man, you know what? I got on it. I lost 50 pounds. This thing's been absolutely amazing. I just thought I should tell you about it. You know what? I would get a kick out of that. I would get a kick out of just watching people's mouths drop. I would just get a kick out of watching people's mouths drop. Hey, you know, have you ever heard of challenge? No, what is it? Oh, you know what? I just lost 170 pounds on it, and I just thought I should tell you, you know, because, you know, it saved my life. Well, wow. Well, and the next question they're going to ask is, what is it? Guys, do you understand? You guys have all had amazing transformations, and you guys have an opportunity to do something powerful. Guys, take advantage of your story. Take advantage of your inspiration. Take advantage of your opportunity. And one of the last things I'm going to say, guys, is take advantage of your 3 for free. Take advantage of your 3 for free. Guys, when you help and inspire some people get in shape, take advantage of working with those people and helping them get their product for free, because I can promise you they want to do it. I can promise you all you got to do is teach those guys to do the same thing. And all you got to do is be intentional about saving somebody's life, guys, and you're going to do everything that you ever wanted to do with this challenge. I appreciate those guys. I appreciate Kelvin and Pat and Kimberly for having me on this call. Kim, we love you. Pat, you're amazing. Kelvin, you know what? You're my inspiration, brother, because your story brought me to tears. So I appreciate you guys bringing me in on this call to share with the rest of you guys. But let's go get it, guys, and let's go change the world 10 pounds at a time. Back over to you guys.
Ernest, that was incredible. Thank you so much for your inspiration and for your motivation and your wisdom tonight. We really thank you for leading the way and being our MVP. So, guys, tonight we're about to go to the third quarter. I want to bring it up my big bro, Mr. Pat Ryan. Are you there?
Yes, I am, Kelvin.
All right, Pat. I'm excited about the next guest as well. So, and the next part of the call. And thank you guys for having me on the call tonight. Take it away, Pat.
Thanks, Kelvin. Thank you, Ernest. Kimberly, we love you. Thank you so much for sharing and going public again, because we all need that sometimes when we fall down. All we got to do is keep getting up. Guys, my name is Pat Ryan. I'm a national director with ViExperts, a national Body by Vi active champion, a proud 100-pound club member, and a super proud member of TeamVi Hope. My story in a nutshell, I was a skeptic for 9 months. I was 430 pounds. My doctor told me I was a walking heart attack. I needed to do something at 39 years old. I had a skinny guy bug me for these shakes that taste like cake for 9 months. And after my doctor told me I may die, I finally decided to do something about it. I called the guy. I ordered my shakes. I started out, and I lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks. And I thought, wow, this is pretty good. 56 pounds in my first 90 days gone, and I was a believer. I had some 3 for free parties along the way. I started out on a shape kit, got myself to the transformation kit, and this month, today got my 48th month, 4 years in a row of free product, my wife and I. We've lost over 225 pounds combined. So this product works. It tastes good, but what works the best is the support community and what we have. And what I want to say before I bring on my guest is we have one of our incredible 100-pound club members, one of my dear friends, just got out of the hospital a little while ago. Sarah Sue McLean is on the line, I know right now. She had to have emergency surgery. I don't even want to talk all about it, but it was not good. Sarah's a thyroid cancer survivor and a member of the 100-pound club. And when she was in the hospital, they had to do some more testing on the inside to see what was wrong inside. And today she got some really great news, and she's letting me share it, and that's why I'm sharing it. So, Dave, open up the lines, because after I say this, I want you guys. Sarah is cancer-free. There is no cancer inside of her. Guys, that's huge. Sarah, we love you guys. This is for Sarah.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you, guys, and thank you, Dave. And that right there is why I have lost 150 pounds and kept it off for 4 years, because of the support of this community. And I have the extreme pleasure and the extreme honor to introduce one of the newest members of the VI community, or somebody that we just found out a little while ago. John Robinson, are you on the line? I have a feeling we may not have John Robinson on the line.
Hello?
John, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dave, for fixing that up. John Robinson has an incredible, amazing story. I finally just got to watch your episode of Extreme Weight Loss right before this call because I don't have TV at home. So I went out and I watched it so I could get some information and hear your story. Blew me away, man, because I'm a former college football player. We're built kind of the same, and you have an incredible story of losing over 200 pounds. John, I don't want to say any more, but thank you for being on the call, and please take it away. Tell us your story.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. My story starts not really new to the VI community. I started like in 2011. When I first started, I was really, just like most people, I was skeptical about the whole situation, but I knew I needed to get healthy. I knew I needed to do something to get better and drop this weight which I accumulated. My first time on the challenge, I joined the 100-pound club. I dropped 110 pounds for like 9 months. I was happy, got a little cocky. Kind of got off it for different reasons, financial, life reasons, family reasons, what have you. Took weight back on, put even more weight back on than I had from before previously. I was helping a coworker out, and who was going out for the Biggest Loser. She asked me to go to the health fair with her, and I went to the health fair, stood in line, signed up for the same show. I didn't make the show, but I got called back by the show about 3 years later, and they said, well, we think you'd be a better fit for extreme weight loss. And I said, well, I'll try it out. So basically, you're calling me up, seeing if I was still interested, but they were saying, well, basically, are you still fat? I'm like, yeah, I'm still fat. I also, prior to that, me finding out about the show, I found out December of 2013 that I had bilateral blood clots in my lungs. Which kind of scared the crap out of me because I'm a critical care nurse, was for 17 years. I knew how serious it was, but I always kind of played that game where I could keep my lab work and everything else great because I knew the medical community. I knew what to do for my body just so my doctor wouldn't have, put me on any kind of medications or anything like that. When this happened, this was something that I couldn't control. My family, my wife, my mom were all worried about my weight and my health. They actually discussed me leaving this earth, which kind of shocked me because I didn't think I was that bad off. I didn't think I had gotten that heavy. I knew I was heavy, but I just didn't take it that serious. I was always wanting to take care of somebody else. And that's just kind of my legacy, and that's what I do. I like helping other people. That's always been my passion. That's how I got into the whole nursing profession. Fast forward to 2014, I was on blood thinners, and I found out I became a finalist for the show. And the day I found out was the day my mom passed. I got a call from her about 8:30 in the morning. She was having some chest pain and dizziness. She went to the hospital, to the emergency room, and I called her a couple times. I was trying to get the family together. We were going to ride up. I figured, well, she's probably having a heart attack. She'll be in the hospital about a week because, you know, being a nurse, being involved in critical care, I knew the steps, I knew the message, I knew what was going to happen. I got a call at 8:10 that night, and she passed. Totally blew my mind, rocked my world, just totally just took the wind out of my sails with everything. I was in shock. Could not believe it. Didn't get a chance to tell her that I had made the show. So, fast forward 2 weeks after that, I was supposed to fly out for casting, and I almost decided not to go, but my aunt and my wife encouraged me to go. So I got on the plane the day after my mother's funeral, flew to Colorado, and started filming the show. Stayed out there for about 3 months during boot camp. One of my stipulations for actually staying on the show, I spoke with Chris, and, you know, of course, they had their own products that he sponsored, what have you, and I said, well, I kind of been on this, you know, these shakes and on this product, and I want to stay on them. And he knew about my style. He encouraged me to. He said, you know, that's a great product. I heard of the company. Stay on it. So I stayed on it throughout my whole
Is that hurt with the bulls
journey.
Is there
a lot of people on the line? Because I keep hearing a lot of voices and stuff.
Oh.
But after that, I came back after my first 90 days and dropped 125 pounds while I was out there in Colorado. I'm not surprised once I got back. I was kicked off the show. I had a meeting with him, and I'm sure if you watched the show, you saw where I got kicked off. So I lost all the support of the show and had to go on my own, which I was doing most of it that way, too, because I was injured the whole time I was out there anyway.
I think so, too.
So,
Hey, John, it's Pat. 1 second. I just want to interrupt.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, everyone on the line, if you can mute your own line, please, that would be greatly appreciated. We had John dialing on the wrong line, so we have all open lines, so we need a little more silence. So if anybody on the call can mute your line, please, that would be fantastic.
Pat, let's make this a little bit easier. John, I'm going to mute everybody out. If you'll hit *6 to unmute yourself, buddy.
*6? Okay. Okay, that works?
Perfect.
You're on.
Okay, great. So while I was out there, I'll go back to my boot camp. I was injured all through the boot camp, kind of had to work out on my own, couldn't participate the way I wanted to and could have or should have. When I said got back from boot camp, got kicked off the show, I was once again devastated because I really felt disrespected. I felt though that this was like some kind of like Hollywood-type, prank-type thing. I wasn't there. I didn't go out there to, you know, play TV and play, you know, star or act or whatever. I went out there to lose the weight because this is one of the things I could do for my mom who had just passed. So I kind of turned I had a choice to make. I could either go back and grieve and wallow and stop, or I can go forward and pretty much, you know, just show them the biggest mistakes they've made. And I took that route. I said, I'm going to show these guys I'm going to be the best transformation they've ever had on the show. I was going to make them pay for it. I was going public with it. I was just so angry at that point and so driven that, you know, it just really increased my why 1,000-fold. I had so many other reasons and to do this, but my main reason was, you know, to honor my mom, to get healthy for my family. And I said, well, they just gave me another one. They just gave me another huge one. And I stuck with it. I kept at it. I kept working out. I kept up the diet. And I said, you know, I always had a vision of myself. You see these guys and, you know, being an athlete, you guys know being an athlete, Ernest, you know, you're a football player. You see those guys being a lineman, walking around on the beach with the shirts off. I'm like, why not me? Why can't it be me? Why can't I have my dreams? Why can't I have my goals? Why can't I accomplish the thing I wanted to accomplish? And the reason why is my decisions and my self-talk and what I wanted to do. It was up to me. There's no truer statement that your competition is that person in the mirror. It's nobody else outside of you. It's nobody else anywhere. It's just that person in the mirror. What are you going to tell yourself every day? What decisions are you going to make every day? and how are you going to go about these decisions, and what are you going to make of yourself? Because you control you and nobody else controls you. Some people may think that's the case, some people may think that's happened, but that's not the case. And I totally had changed my mind throughout this whole year of being into, critical care to going into preventive medicine. And that's what made me start my coaching company, Create Your Own Comeback. I said, I got to show people how this is done. One of the statements that Chris made at the end of the show is, I'm the first person he's ever had to go and do this on their own without the help of the cameras and the celebrity trainer and everything else. Because I knew it could be done. I knew other people have done something. And I shocked and surprised myself. And I tell people every time I'm asked about it and every day, it's not easy, but I'd be damned if it wasn't worth it. And like I told him at the end of the show, I wouldn't change a thing. I was angry. I was pissed off. I was mad at the whole freaking world. And I stayed mad this whole past year because I couldn't understand why God chose to take my mother at that time. She was healthy. She got released by a cardiologist, told her he didn't want to see her for a year. That was 3 months before she passed. And you can kick yourself, you can, sit back and you can wallow in it, or you can sit there, and I took it as God's plan is a perfect plan, and who am I to question it? Obviously, in his eyes, she was done here on earth. She instilled in me everything I needed to go forward, to take care of my family, to reach my goals, and to do the things I want to do in life. So therefore, I had it in me. I just had to bring it out of me and decide I had it in me and use it. And I think, I've made her proud of what I've done. I know I have. It's so ironic, and I know some people, I even had this discussion with Chris right there on the stage while we were filming our finale. And just to let everybody know that how I know my mom's hand had a lot to do with my whole year this past year. I was slated in the beginning. They wanted me to go down to lose weight to 285. And I started off at 531 pounds. I took a bod pod, which measures your all your internal organs as far as your weight, your muscle mass, and everything. And I had 279 pounds of muscle. Well, I'm thinking, how can I get to 285 without losing muscle? That was the first thing, you never lose muscle. So they compromised and said they wanted me at 315, which still seemed astronomical and impossible to me. I hadn't been 315 since college. So my final numbers, I don't know if everybody saw or not, I finally weighed in at 316. My first name is John 316. You go look it up in the Bible. The amount of weight I lost in 1 year was 215 pounds. 215. I'm originally from Philadelphia. That's the area code my mother raised. If that's not a sign, if that's not God, I don't know what is. But he's everywhere and he's in everybody's life. You got to let him just work with you and use you. We all have trials and testimonies to go through. And you just got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting. Every day it's going to be a fight. Every day you get up, it's going to be another challenge. But that's a part of living. And it's one major thing I learned about this whole year and having my mom pass suddenly, you got to live every single day. I take it upon myself to say, I don't have time to be down or be sad or to let somebody else stop me from living and stop me from doing what I want to do. There's no time for that. It's only time to live and be happy and do the things that you want to do with your life, because you get one. And you better live it every day, because you don't know what day is your last day. You don't know what day is somebody in your family's last day. And Ernest Ross is exactly right. You can actually save somebody's life with this challenge. I know that all too well. And that's why I implore everybody on this call to go out and do. Drop the ego, get rid of all that, approach people, talk to people about it. It's not going to hurt. So what if you hurt their feelings? You might wake them up. And even if they don't sign up then, maybe they'll do something else to change their life some kind of way. But because you're here on this call, because you've taken the steps in your own life, it's almost like you owe it to other people to help them out. Because trust me, nobody wants to be overweight. Nobody wants to have these trials and tribulations that we all know we have gone through. One of the happiest moments of this whole journey I've had was getting on a plane and not needing a seatbelt extender. I was giddy as hell, and people were looking at me. I'm like, hell, I felt like Eddie Murphy in the Clumps. Ain't nothing but air there. I didn't need a seatbelt extender. I couldn't have been more happy. I flew in coach, didn't have to buy a first-class seat. But those are small but important victories. And all I want to do is help people experience these same victories that I've had and sharing it. So I think that's what we're all put here on this earth for, to help one another live better lives. I hope I didn't take up too much time, but
John, I don't think we really care how much time you just took up, because that was wake-up call number 2 of this call. Actually, probably wake-up call number 4, I think. What an incredible story, and man, I can relate to your journey. I played college ball at Western Michigan, and decisions led me to quit, and I never had the chance to make it where I should have. I used to pro wrestle, and all my buddies made it really big, and I made the decision to quit and have children, and then I blew my knee out. So I understand being that athlete and also being your own worst enemy, because when I watched the show, that was the one thing that I noticed about you the most, and where I really connected with you, man, is that I'm my own worst enemy as much as you were. Pizza is my downfall too, my friend.
Well, I have a confession about that. That was all TV. That was TV.
Well, mine's not TV. Mine's real.
I mean, I have other things that I, kind of cherish. Everybody has their food demon, I call them, but they had to have something for me to make up. Because I told them, I said, there's one thing. I said, I'm not going to lie to you this whole year. I'm going to do everything, because I was out to prove them wrong. I was out to prove that, no, I cannot lose that amount of weight in 1 year. So I told myself, I'm going to follow everything you say to the letter, and if it doesn't work, it's not me, it's you and your system. So that was one of the things where I said, okay, they got to find some drama. This is TV. Okay, we got to have something in here. But
I act on TV occasionally, and my pizza eating I actually did in the show where I was a biker and I was eating, like, shoving food down my mouth. So, yeah, mine's just acting, too. Thank you so much, John. I truly appreciate you. Ernest, I appreciate you. Kimberly, we love you. Sarah Sue, we are all pulling for you. And, guys, I'm going to not take too much longer to finish this off, but being your own worst enemy is definitely one of the things that can really hold you back in your weight loss journey. And by being your own worst enemy, it's not just by making bad food choices or bad decisions of the people you hang out with. It's also by shutting yourself off. Because many of us on this call, in fact, probably every single one of us on this call, when we had a stumble, we started to shut off. We stopped posting on Facebook about our challenge. We kept posting old pictures and not showing new updated pictures because we didn't want to tell people. And then one day we looked in the mirror and we realized, holy crap, I have fallen. How do I get up? And last week we talked about failing forward. And when you finally admit that to yourself, when you look in the mirror and you realize that you started to fall, that's when you start to fail forward, because we all fail. We all fall down. I had an amazing weekend. I went for this bike ride of about 25 miles, rode out to the beach. I was getting excited. I beat my family out there who was driving out there. And I ate VI products all morning, and it was absolutely fantastic. And then what happened? Family showed up with pizza and garlic breadsticks and a little bit of booze, and Patty Boy enjoyed it because he burned 2,600 calories. Again, being my own worst enemy. Now, it was a holiday weekend, and you're allowed to live life, and that's what I try to do is balance. But what I found, being a food addict, being one of those, is once it's introduced to my system, I want it more and more and more and more. And then I start to shut off. So I'm making a promise to everybody right now, since Kimberly has restarted her challenge, Kelvin's starting with her, I know Becky Hawkworth is restarting, Shelly's out there, everybody is getting ready to rededicate. This is what our mission to crush obesity and TeamVi Hope is all about. I'm going to start posting pictures of my food and my shakes again, because then you know if I'm not posting pictures, bust me. And I'm going to do that for each and every one of you on the call. Let's start to share. Let's be loud and proud. As Ernest said earlier, superheroes don't need to wear a cape. Superheroes wear I lost it shirts. and I know we all have our I Lost It shirt and we wore it proudly at one point in time. Well, it's time to get back and stop being our own worst enemy. Get out of your shell, get out of your closet, connect with us like you have on this call tonight, and stay connected to TeamVi Hope. If you are just dialing into this call and you have no idea what we've been talking about, but you've been inspired big time, get a hold of the person that got you on this call and say, sign me up for the challenge, get me connected with TeamVi Hope, get me connected with these people, because we do this because we've already done it. We've already lost over 100 pounds. We want to pay it forward. We want to help you. And I also do this to keep myself accountable and keep my challenge going, because I don't know how much each and every one of you this call realize, but you guys are the reason that I keep going. You're the reason that I keep doing this. I became a champion years ago, and I could have quit a long time ago, but I keep going because you send me messages and say that I inspired you. Well, let me tell you something. You all inspire me each and every day. So, guys, let's connect. Let's stop being our own worst enemy and hiding. Let's be loud and proud of what we've done, and let's be loud and proud of what we're going to do. Let's lock arms on this mission to crush obesity, wear our I Lost It shirts and our TeamVi Hope shirts loud and proud, and let's post our pictures of our food and our transformations and everybody's transformation, and let's share the challenge like it is meant to be shared, fearlessly and with no shame. We are out to save lives. We are out not to make people feel bad. We want to save them like it saved us. Guys, my name is Pat Ryan. Thank you for being on this call. I appreciate each and every one of you. With that, this call is officially over.